Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, live here from the DreamHack Amon Strategy Studios in Stockholm, and we are in the middle of our second series of the day. It is a Virtus Pro and Team Liquid, and Virtus Pro just won game number 1, which was what only one person in this room, and I think also in the other room, was expecting. And he's very proud of himself, very happy and slightly gloaty.
No gloaty
Dude,
here.
you said literally gloating time.
That's besides the point. All right? No, I mean, you know, I could tell you why I knew it was going to happen if you want to hear.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
No
go.
Omni Night counter?
Yeah. Well, I mean, all they had to do in that game was survive early game. I mean, a lot of people pick Huskar for that early game to screw you up and make sure you don't survive. That don't work against Omni Knight. Pure damage heals, destroy Huskar, repel destroys that. All they had to do was survive early, be able to put some pressure on Drow and catch her. They did that with the Faceless Void. Piece of cake.
You can now hire this guy as your coach for your team for only 10% of the prize winnings.
Wow. Damn, brutal, Sheber, brutal. What did you think about that game, Ben? How did it look for you?
Yeah, a lot of it was their laning situation, I think, was a little bit strange. Puck got out CS pretty hard in mid, and Miracle died 3 times in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, you want to be ahead with the Drow strat. You want to be ahead when you have a Huskar.
Yeah.
And they were nowhere close to that. Although they did show some signs of really strong teamwork in the mid game, and that's what kept them in for so long.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, for the clip that we have, Virtus Pro did a little bit better than Team Liquid, so you can't really see that much.
I mean, in a way. So we're gonna go over this this clip right here.
Yeah,
9 minutes. This is a brutal fight. Great arrow. If we could pause right there. I mean, they actually had this fight looking.
So pause, please.
Oh, sorry.
So what I want to say also is because the first 9 minutes before this, the combinations between the Mirana, the combinations between the Mirana and the OD, you know, they seemed a little bit off, and the timing was off, and at some point there was a gank mid where there was an arrow hit, but OD kept hitting creeps and stuff.
Yep.
And this is, I think, the first time where it's like, okay, guys, you know, let's focus.
Well, you see what happened.
Let's
I mean,
his
baby was in trouble. Like a dad, you know, you can be a bad dad, but when little baby's in trouble, you're gonna hit those arrows. Okay, it's do or die.
Okay, let's play.
But well, hold on. So anyway, this fight was really in the bag for Team Liquid until that arrow came in and got Kuro, and then but this was the real finisher. This Chronosphere just separating the entire team. Ramses didn't even have to kill Mind Control.
He had such amazing Chronos.
Yeah,
this game.
he had really good Chronos the entire game.
But I mean, that flip around, that really turned everything, and God, Ramses was just on point. So.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't end here. You can play a little bit faster because it's a fairly long clip. Because, okay, Liquid still thinks, okay, Rubik is dead, Puck is dead, but we can still fight this somehow. Right. There's 3 people here coming out from Virtus Pro. Sorry, 4, I can't count. And still they think, oh, hey, you know what, we can fight. So they lose more, and then they're going to start to run away. And that is just not very easy to do when you are an Undying and a Drow Ranger.
And a Huskar who jumped in.
And a Huskar who jumped in, yeah.
I mean,
so Matumbaman tries to run, and this is, I thought here, okay, Virtus Pro is just going to get wiped because they're going to dive too far and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they end up getting the kill. I like the Witch Doctor ultimate as well, just to secure that kill. And then surprisingly, I still thought Virtus Pro is just going to end up dying because everybody's going to respawn. Surprisingly, they still also get the kill on the Rubik, who teleports back in here, a little bit aggressive, because he also thought that Virtus Pro was going to come back and die. But yeah, that was a team wipe and a +1 for Virtus Pro. So
yeah, man,
really impressive play coming out from Virtus Pro, but also slightly reckless from Team Liquid.
They were reckless.
And Team Liquid just ran in. It's like, hey, we can do this 3 versus 4, no problem.
Yeah, they didn't have the standard Huskar lineup too. Like no one to really back them up. All you have is like Soul Rip, which is not that great.
Yep.
It's all right.
I mean, he got his own spell.
Well, I don't know.
His own heal.
I mean, I think you're right on that. I mean, the Huskar, it's just, you're either going to run into an Omni Knight or you're going to run into a bunch of different ways to escape that damage. You can get out with the OD. The Void can just jump away. So really didn't have a use. I mean, it was about... That guy was more disappointing than my bald spot, man. Not good. But,
so we had Ramses, I think, play an amazing game overall, and he's gonna have another amazing game in this clip.
Let's see some of that amazing game. Not only were the Chronos good, but this team fight, some would say, in the history books that this is what turned the game around really in their favor. Great Witch Doctor ult to start things off. Everybody has to split out. Yeah, they lose Mirana, but Mirana's garbage anyway. So they all have to leave the pit. Mind Control going in, taking some free hits. And still, I mean, this Roche is an easy picking.
The patience.
It's
so
boom
impressive.
And they have a lot of time to react to this, but he just barely gets that one, pops the Roche, he gets the kill,
he gets the heal.
And then he turns around to and beats them all to death. Great Guardian Angel. Whew. That's beauty.
He jumped in a bit early, but is still confident enough not to just panic and die. You know?
Right.
He just manages to stay cool. He just chills like, hey, I can do this. I'm a faceless void. And Omni Knight was already making his way over into the pit, so they got that going for them. And I'm sure they lose a couple. They lose the Aegis as well.
Yep.
Stop watching. This is not going well for Virtus Pro.
Keep watching.
No, they're actually gonna
and that's Omni Knight right there, you know. Oh, wait a second. I guess I can turn around now and start beating people to death.
This is a guarding angel from Rubik.
Curl, great plays, man. What a great Rubik, huh? Too bad, as I said before,
great plays.
Rubik's garbage. So you could be the best Rubik player in the world. You're still gonna lose. Welcome to Dota 2.
Really, like that Rubik made so much possible for them. I don't think you can say that Rubik is garbage.
Yeah, he did great. Oh man, really great plays, Rubik. You lost. That's what always happens.
He made them lose slower.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an accomplishment.
That is, that's pretty good.
Great. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. Looking forward to the second game.
Yes.
This was the result that a lot of people were expecting.
Yeah.
Team Liquid took a bit of a blow. Would you? Because, okay, so how does Miracle end up 0-3-0 at 5 minutes into the game?
Laning situation as well as just underestimating Cask into Arrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's.
So they're not going to underestimate their opponent's next game. So
I
how
think
are they going to
overall
change
the
things
draft was like. Drow is sometimes considered like a brainless strat because you have really strong lanes and you just take down all the towers and you have like 10,000 gold.
Yeah,
and you're
just
like,
ahead.
okay, I can